Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are joining from. So, last year, I have promised that for most of the European countries, we'll be bringing into the new series, especially for the payroll, right? And to keep that promise, actually, I have already identified based on the number of requests I have received from the students and different employees from different organizations to start with our payroll transformation series for specific country. So today is one of that auspicious day. We're going to start with none other than Switzerland Payroll, right? So how many of you are joining from Switzerland? You can just say hi in the chat. And if you are joining from some other part of the world, just mention your which city or which country you are logging in. Okay. Okay. I see people joining from US as well, Germany, Switzerland, one people. Okay. Hey, hi Rohit, where you have joined from? Okay, nice. Geneva. Oh, nice. Very nice. Okay, great. So without any further ado, let's then get started. What exactly is in store for Switzerland Payroll? So many of you, if you have not gone through my earlier payroll videos, I would recommend to go to my website, milatrinayak.in. And if you scroll down there, many of my videos are freely available, especially Indian payroll, SAP US payroll, SAP UK payroll, and I'm planning to add more as well. But it will be just an overview, and to some extent, it are also very detailed, right? But there will be no live sessions for this. Already, these are already sessions already conducted in a couple of last years, right? And if you go through this, you'll be definitely finding useful those videos to start with, right? And you can easily start with if you're starting a career in SAP, any of the country payroll like this. Mostly I get requirement from India and US, UK like that, right? So you'll be finding this playlist. I will recommend to like, subscribe, and save this entire playlist. Don't forget to save this playlist in your channel, right? And you will be getting a lot of benefits from this, okay? Definitely, there are other courses in my platform, which is Success Labs Academy. There you'll be going more detail about it. But to start with, if you're starting with, I would recommend to finish this as soon as possible, right? This is for Indian payroll. This is for US payroll. Then we do have also UK payroll. And there are a couple of other videos are also there, which I have not added to my website, right? But in the future, upcoming days, I'll be adding them, right? Now, without any delay, let's start with what we are actually going to discuss, especially for our Switzerland payroll. So I have divided, as usual, all the materials, all the content into 17 different tracks, right? And now I am following a completely hackathon format. People who are to learn Switzerland payroll, they will be going through a typical hackathon process. And in that process, you have to go through based on your priority again, right? So all the 17 tracks may or may not be relevant for you, but definitely implementation support. These are the common things I have seen students have asked, right? So to start with, when it comes to the implementation track, what you are going to see. So I'm just giving in one demonstration. So it is very nice picture in Switzerland, right? Everybody will be seeing the watches and there, right? So this is something when it comes to implementation part, we'll be talking about only one concept today. Okay, I will not be going to overload with you all the information, right? So today we'll be talking about one topic known as family allowance, right? What do you mean by a family allowance? As usual, many other countries, most of the countries, they also provide this in a different name, right? But when it comes to Switzerland, we will be seeing the concept is also, it is known as your, lot of detail will be finding family equalization fund, FAK, in Switzerland, very specific. And we are in Switzerland, we do have, the government provides actually the financial assistance to your families, children, and to meet their covering their expenses related to food, daily needs like clothes, rent, and everything, right? And depends again, depending upon like family situation, financial situation, and number of children in the household. It's based on that, right? And it is directly paid to the family and usually paid monthly. That is the cycle. Usual process is a monthly one, right? And the amount who will be calculating, there's a formula for that, and it will be calculated by the government, and it can be adjusted for every depending upon the different families' situation. right? And it will also cover, as I say, that typically it will cover childcare costs, school fees, medical bills, all those details, right? Based on the need, right? And also anything like sometimes also cover leisure activity, but again, that's not too normal, right? But as a Swiss citizens, people will be getting these other different kind of benefits, family allowances as a part of the Swiss payroll. Now coming to the step, what are the details? We call it a family equalization fund. There is very specific terminology we use it, especially for Switzerland payroll. And this is not only specific to SAP, this is a universal concept in for Switzerland, right? And it is an institution and helps family across the country to provide all the support, allocating funds, all those details they do it, right? Now coming to from a system point of view, we will be seeing few of the things, right? And from system point of view, let's move on to the system and I will show you what are the details we have. And this detailed document will be available in our for all the diamond members in our community in the upcoming days very soon, right? And let's see, I will go to the system and I will show what is in the store for us. Let's move on to the system. This is our SAP favorite SAP screen, and we will go to SPRO. This is SAP reference IMG. And typically we will go to the payroll part as usual. We do have payroll below the time management module. And inside that, we will go to the payroll Switzerland. Okay. So there are many things which you'll be finding common to other countries as well. So that is not our today's goal. Today we'll be just seeing specific to the family allowances, right? So if you go here in the family allowances, so we have detailed about to maintain the payroll units. We can adjust to family allowances. If you go here, you'll be finding those details about it. How to maintain those specific payroll unit, you will be finding based on your, okay, 1, 2, 3, all these details you'll be finding, right? Similarly, if I go back and if you have to adjust any kind of family allowances, simply I have to come here and you'll be finding. So people who have joined from Switzerland, can you tell me what is the canton? If you are watching it from the YouTube, just type in the comment section, what do you mean by a canton? You might have heard about it, but it is very specific to Switzerland, right? And if you see here in the canton FAK, I have already discussed the family equalization rule, and inside that you will find different canton. Okay, in short, they are mentioning cant dot like that, and you will find for every more major cities it has been covered, like what your squeeze, St. Gallen, Geneva, Basel, okay, all the major cities you will be finding here, and you have to just select what is the cant you want to be using. Let's say I'll belong to Basel city. I will just select that. Then accommodations. So what kind of accommodations you need it? Whether it is you are abroad staying, then it will be 33.33%. If you're staying single, is a single parents, whatever is applicable for you, you have to select that, right? Let's say I'll be selecting one abroad. Then again, for everything, we would be having a specific bonus for, okay, whether you need a child allowance or child benefit or training allowances, right? So whatever you need it, again, you have to select. Let's say I will need a child allowance. I will select that. Then relation to child, okay, whether it is a own child or our adopted child, that you have to mention here. Let's say it is a own child, and for which year to which year, for which time frame you require. Okay, let's say I will require it for 1st of January 2023 till I will be required, let's say, next year. Let me go till December at least, December 31st. Then, so again, when it comes to the bonus, what kind of benefit you require, like a child benefit or bonus paid or household allowance, simply you have to enter it, right? Then you can see this is has been created for us. Okay, BS cat necessity. And then further, if you want to change anything, you can do that. So this is the kind of a structure we can build it. And based on the structure, you will be finding those details, right? So you can see automatically this contribution is coming up, right? So here, Canton rule for the country, for this city, Basel city, and this is your /415 is the FAK basis. This again, there will be two parts: employer's contribution, employees contribution. If you are having any employees contribution for your organization, you can do that. Any administration costs also you'll be finding, then you can utilize it, right? So in this way, you can save this thing, and definitely you can go ahead. Okay. So this is one part. I just thought of sharing it. It is as simple as that. Now coming back. So again, you can check key date for family allowances. So if you want any specific allowance, this is already, we have a constant for it. And based on this information, you will be finding what does this constant. So there is no present, no documentation available for this constant, right? But you have to understand what kind of value you can derive for what is the meaning of this constant. You can utilize that, right? So again, it is not a mandatory thing to do, but based on that, you require, if anything, okay, you can go to that. And defining family characteristics. So what exactly you can see? So you're finding for as for the activities, let's say child relationship. Okay. So I will be choosing that one. Okay. I will be seeing all this list actually. Okay. So based on that, okay, so you can select as per whatever you need. For us, it's the K, character K, and we can see only these two things: own child and adopted child, isn't it? So similarly, so anything, if you need additional things, you can always go and choose here whether you are eligible or not eligible. Okay, based on that internal keys, you will be able to find out here, right? Then similarly, when it comes to accommodation, so here also we have seen this list actually. Single parent abroad 33%, abroad 66%, all these things we have seen it, right? So this is where exactly it is coming from. Same goes with your allowance entitlement, whether you are eligible, what kind of allowances and all. You will be finding like no allowance, child benefit. This is the list actually we have seen in our system, right? So that means, so this is what actually working for us: no allowances, child benefit, training allowances, child allowances. So if you want, you can also add more entries based on your needs, right? So this is something I just thought of sharing with you from a configurations point of view. The next one is actually from processing point of view. How do you process all these things, right? Whether you like to check any hourly wage type for reduction, or you want to split those things based on the family allowances, right? You can utilize this functionality. Okay, so you can check it out. So at present, I do not have any data, but if you have very specific wage types for to process this hourly wage type or reduction, any kind of reduction you want to do that, you can do it. And if you want to indicate any kind of a split indicator, like suppose if you want any partial payment for a number of hours or based on the, okay, for that, if you want to apply that kind of functionality for family allowances, that also you can do it from here, right? So next one is a managing correction ways. So any kind of a correction, if you want, you can come here and mention those wage types and do those corrections from here in this particular node. Then coming to the report. So there are some reports available. If you want to, based on a requirement, if you want to specify any particular thing, I'm not going through all the details about it. Suppose if you want to specify, okay, so any specific countries, especially for Switzerland, okay, for that, if you want to mention any localization concept, you'll be finding here, okay, all those details. Okay, you can see last year people have created, especially for COVID time. Okay, so specific okay entries here. Okay, and it will be valid from when to when, right? Higher compensation for lower wages from this to this. They have created like this. Okay, so based on your requirement, again, you can customize and you can create whether it is withholding tax or a social insurance based on the need again. Okay, so for that validity interval has been maintained here. Okay, so this is something you have to go through. Then any copy based types of family related bonus. Okay, so if you want to have any kind of bonus register, there are some standard wage types available. You can copy from them and directly you can test. So that list you'll be getting on, SAP typical official documentations, right? So we will not be going through that detail in this initial video, But all the upcoming videos you'll be finding in very much interesting, which will be part of my Success Lab Academy portal. And in that, you will be finding all those details, right? So these are the details. And if you have any kind of a enhancement you have to do, so you have to just check it out. What are the badges available? What are the functionalities available? You can check with your ABAPer. How can we customize? So it is limited options. So you just check with your ABAPer for that. Okay, so I'm not going to that technical part of it. And same goes with your best set up any authorization number range again. That is a part of it. So with this, I think I have covered at a high level, okay, how is the specific family allowances for Switzerland payroll you can configure it. So there are many more topics, such topics, and you will be finding social insurance, tax, pension fund, other insurance, asylum seekers. A lot of things are here. So we will not be going to talk about the details about those generic topics, like how to create waste types and all, because it's already you are knowing it, many of you. And if you have not, you can watch some of my earlier videos in YouTube for that. You can pick up any country payroll. So in the initial videos, I have talked about those. But if anything you need it, just let me know. Okay. So with that note, we will stop here. Hope you enjoyed today's session. It is just a beginning, and we would like to come up with many countries, especially for the next 2 years. I'm targeting to cover all the major European countries like Switzerland, Germany, Austria, Belgium, okay, based on the request number. So based on the students' request, how many students are requesting, and based on that need-based, okay, I will be creating. And if you have seen my Success Labs Academy portal, there is an option to demand generation. So you can see there is a demand, anything from Success Labs Academy and get it fulfilled. So you'll be finding those specific, you can see there is a demand now option. Simply click that demand now option. It will take you to a Google form. And in that, actually, you can mention your details about if you're student, existing student, or a new student again. So from here, you can mention exactly what topic, what is the content of course would you like to demand, right? Based on that, actually, I'm planning to add more and more course in the future. Right? So this is the form which I was talking about, and this link will be also given to you in the YouTube description below that. And you can always, based on that, actually, I prepare my content. So upcoming days. So many requests came from Switzerland Payroll. So for that reason, we started with this. And this entire series will be available in your Success Labs Academy, which is basically, if you go here, there's an option here called School. That is nothing but your Success Labs Academy. And here you will be finding there is something called Diamond Membership, right? And in all the payroll related stuff, materials, actually, these are part of the Diamond subscription. And in this one, and in this module, in this membership, you will be getting all the content upcoming days. So we have already Canada payroll, your other payroll videos specific to countries and all. Another success factor, as usual, those details are here, right? And we'll be adding all those details in this upcoming days. So few videos will be there in the YouTube, but the structured learning will be happening for the paid members, right? It will be available there based on your need. And another thing we thought of sharing with you, like if you want to speak to me, and you can always send a message to me here another way. So this is the way I can connect with you. Like you can book a 30-minute strategy session if you want, okay, based on if you're a new student or a existing student, based on that you can create it from here. And yeah, so that's all for now. Looking forward in the upcoming days with a new session. Yeah, bye bye, see you soon.